resource in getting the information home, for sure.
So Courtney, what are you going to be doing for GreenFest?
I'm going to be working at one of the booths to help educate smaller children, because I feel like it's not teenagers nor it's the adults that need to be educated. I think it's the younger kids, but I do think that older kids and the adults need to set the example. But the younger generations that are in elementary school, they're the ones who are really going to have to deal with environmental issues when they grow up and have children.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have like fun games, trivia, show a little bit of clips from the web.
Nice.
So make it a fun way to
Well, it will be a fun
be
way.
green.
Yeah.
It's the younger generation, David, that's going to have to clean up after people like you who haven't been recycling.
Oh. Gee, you're making me feel bad now, Ann. Hey, explain
That's
to us.
my job.
Yeah, really. Explain to us how, what sparked your interest outside of the grant money and everything.
Full disclosure, it was the cost savings. I stumbled on the fact that there was an unrealized cost savings with the lack of recycling that goes on in Peabody, and that's it. Look, we needed to start recycling in order to save money, and then I was bit. I was bit by the recycling and the green bug, and with the GreenPeabody committee that meets once a month, the chair is Russ Eckel, who's been working very, very hard in getting this GreenFest off the ground, and now, as I said, I'm all on board. I've been bit by the green bug, and I'm looking forward to continuing that type of work.
That's great. That's great. Now, you mentioned the Peabody Light Plant before.
Yes. Yes, the Peabody Light Plant has been very supportive in all our initiatives. They are co-sponsoring the GreenFest, and Judy Meserve, who will be retiring, I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag, but in a couple weeks, so I think the word's probably out. And but she has been the Light Plant's member on Green Committee since its inception, and she has been phenomenal in every effort that we have, and we could not have her support without the full support of the Light Plant. They assigned her to the committee.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, and she embraced it with open arms, and she's been great, but she is retiring. So we do hope that the Light Plant continues that type of support and fills the void that we will have with Judy retiring.
Now, is the Green Committee, are they like a closed group, or is there, how do people get involved?
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. It is a mayoral committee, so there are certain members that are appointed strictly by the mayor. But we are an open group, so to speak, that we welcome any and all volunteers. We picked up a few new members over the past couple weeks that have joined to help specifically with the GreenFest, and we hope to get a lot more volunteers that can join our monthly meetings, but also work the GreenFest and any other events that we may work on. And they can find this information or contact us through our Facebook page, which is GreenPeabody, one word, no space in between, GreenPeabody Facebook. I believe we shall soon have a Twitter account. You'll have to tell me how to work those. I don't know how to do those. And an email address. But the best way to get a hold of us right now is through Facebook.
That's
and
great.
We need volunteers. We welcome volunteers for any type of help we can get, but especially for the upcoming GreenFest, again, April 30th.
April 30th. Mark your calendars, GreenFest. Sounds like it's going to be a great time. If nothing more, Les, you get to meet with Courtney and get to hear her ideas and watch her deal with the young children who are probably the best capability for us to become green. Hey, we've talked a lot about recycling and that type of thing, but there are some things that I was curious about. What about things with power? I know at one point in time you were looking at lights and changing the lights to a different type of light.
The light bulbs throughout the city, I know that there was an initiative to do that. I don't know the status of it. The mayor was spearheading that. I do not know the status of it, but changing all the lights in City Hall and in the municipal buildings, I don't know the status, but that is an effort that is being put forward.
Well, I can tell you the lights have been changed in the Wigan Auditorium, because if you look up, you'll see the spiral lights. I don't know what they call those, but that spiral light is up there, and it's supposedly more energy efficient and such. But I was curious, Peter, are there restrictions about disposing of those types of things?
They're supposed to be properly disposed of. There are companies out there. We do not handle fluorescent bulbs, only because we're not licensed to do that. But there are companies out there that are supposed to be able to pick up the fluorescents.
Yeah. And Ian, I just curious, because I know we talked about it once before. What about for the commercial entities? Are there any initiatives being planned to help the commercial entities do their recycling?
Just let me take this one. The City of Peabody's contract does not call for any commercial. We do not pick up any commercial establishments under the city contract. However, my company, when we do business with whoever we do business with, offers a cardboard recycling program to all of my commercial accounts. The City of Peabody has no ordinances as to they force commercial businesses to recycle. But obviously, all my customers throughout the city have the opportunity to recycle through doing business with JRM. The contract has just residential homes that we pick up, so we do not deal with the commercials. And there is no, as far as I know, and there are no ordinances that force the commercial establishments to recycle, which is unfortunate because it's a bulk of the material that they're throwing out. It's all cardboard boxes and paper.
Yeah, and the chamber,
Yes.
yes, and the Chamber of Commerce, Deanne Healy, has been very supportive of this as well. So that may be something, David, that we can work on through the GreenPeabody committee in the future to take a look at what we can offer the business community.
I think it would be great because in a lot of businesses there's, you have bottles and cans from workers, and you have cardboard and, shredded trash, and, we fill up dumpsters with that stuff, and it should be, recycled. Because we're really going to get at it. That's a big part of our community as well. So it's a great idea. I hope we can pursue it further.
The recycling's come a long way. I mean, when recycling first started in the early 90s, the programs used to call for just paper. And they used to allow cans and bottles. And then in the mid-1990s, they added plastic. Now, don't forget, the goals of the municipalities were to decrease their disposal costs. And the reason why they didn't have the plastics involved originally was because of you got to fill this whole room to get half a ton of plastic. So therefore, it was just taking up space. It wasn't cost efficient to do the recycling for the plastics. Therefore, when they started the programs, it was just paper. Paper is 80% of your material that you're picking up on the curb. So that's where all the that's where all the tonnage was that you were extracting from the disposal. And then as the recycling markets became available for plastic, that's when they started adding all the plastics. And they originally started with plastics numbered 1 and 2. That would be that little symbol on the bottom of whatever plastic can, bottle, jug that you're picking up. And now they've included up to all plastics up to number 7, which is pretty much everything. So you can recycle every kind of plastic, and the only thing that we ask is that you try to keep it clean.
Excellent.
And that goes with...
And Ian, you mentioned the mayor's involvement. He's been involved. And
He has. He's very supportive of this initiative, and any type of help or assistance we need from him or through City Hall, he's been great. And again, it is the GreenPeabody committee is his mayoral committee. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're just about out of time, so I just wanted to say thank you all very much for coming and educating us on what it means to be green and the Green Peabody Initiative. And we hope to see everybody at the GreenFest on April 30th, Terigian Life Center.
Between 9 a.m. and 2.
9 to 2.
There'll be a lot of recycling. We'll be recycling electronics and all these other initiatives, but we'll get all that information out to you as well.
Again, we want to thank you all for coming, and we want to thank you all for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Peabody Matters with Dave Gravel. Thank you.